All right, welcome back everyone to the RGN Intercontinental Open. And starting things off right now, we have a match between Gplay and Publiclir. Both of these teams obviously well known in Europe, and kind of surprised to see them facing off in the lower bracket. They are going to be playing on cash, and right now it looks like Gplay wins the knife. So they're going to have their selection of sides. They're very successful on cash. But anyway, I am Bach. My co-caster for today is Ricky Rath. Ricky, how's it going, bud?
Just ate some cereal. The sun is shining. I have some coffee. Today is a good day. It's Monday, the start of your work week, the start of our work week, a long week of casting ahead of us. Bach, and glad you could have me. And a big shout out to Luke on Hobby today, who's running our observer.
Yeah, now just a warning to everyone out there. I'm dealing with a bit of a head injury, and there is no concussion protocol for casters, so I might disappear. Bro. I got dinked IRL by a tree, so if I, at some point, just stop speaking, call the medics. I have passed out from blood loss or some kind of head trauma. Anyway, looks like we're going to be getting live right now. Gplay versus Publiclir on cash. Gplay on the T side, actually. I guess Publiclir won the knife. Maybe the GoTV names were reversed. But anyway, this should be a very good matchup. Right now, Gplay very good on cash. Only losing once in recent memory. They even beat Fnatic and Envious, so very good team on cash. On the other side, Publiclir not necessarily terrible on it, but I would definitely give the nod right now as far as map strength to Gplay, as they are setting up for an A hold here, or an A take. There's already one frag on the round. Bublin's going to take out Experience, and they're going to execute this push into A, and that's going to get shut down as Victor is taken off the board by Lincoln. So far things even up 4-on-4.
Yeah, Unique and Dreamer heading right up highway. This is a great split in mid for them, just to push through, get that control of mid, and then hit A. But it doesn't matter when you have players like Lincoln and Aw just standing tall in sight. Oh lord, pistols aplenty as Lincoln and Aw both getting a pair of kills. Lincoln actually getting a hat-trick that round. So a good play from the T's, but even better from the defenders.
Yeah, nice hold there, and we said Gplay is really strong in this map, so I expect to see a lot from their eco rounds. When you're a good team on a map, your eco rounds are way more strong than you would just, like, just barreling into a site. However, you never really know, because some teams just make that work. We're going to see 2 Tech 9s and the CZ, and those are the guns that you want for these rounds, because it does give you that ability to just completely overwhelm a site. They are going to be setting up again towards A right now, the 2-man hold. That would be All and Lincoln holding down site. There is a man in Z connector, so he would be there for the help from Highway if he shows up in time. 2 men holding down B, and it looks like that man from the Z connector is already starting to rotate. He's going to be toxic for us when they come into the site, and that's going to be huge. He's going to get 1. That's All with the frag. All gets 2 now. Lincoln cleaning up 1 Zit as well, and now it's on to the last man standing, Spider, and I should say Zite, not Zit. I don't know why I said Zit. All with the last frag. 2-0 for Publiclir, and a very clean anti-eco round from them.
They didn't lose very much. Actually, they didn't lose anything. I mean,
it was a clean sweep.
That was a clean sweep. You can't ask for much more than that. I'm liking Lincoln right now with the That's style points right there, man.
We used to say back in, the Source days, the ump says you're out. And it was just kind of like the thing, like, if you lose to an ump, that's, like, almost embarrassing, even though, like, it's much better now in Go than it has been in any other game. But it gets you so much money, too. The SMG frags in these anti-eco rounds, definitely a lot of money for Publiclir right now. You see Lincoln sitting at 4,500. He's got the most cash on his team, so obviously it's not just saving the money buying the gun, it's picking up the money from the frags. Looks like they're going to be executing towards B this round, and that is shut down. Downey with the, I think that was 3 for him on the P90. No, it was 4. Experience only got 1 of those with the FAMAS. And again, another big stimulus package for Publiclir. 4 frags on the P90. That's going to allow them to do a lot, and you see Downey picking up the op here in round number 4.
Oh, beautiful shot. I mean, it's so fun to mow down a bunch of terrorists like that with no armor, and you got a P90, you got all the bullets in the world. That's what it looks like. And he gets that bonus gold for getting all those last hits. Wait, is this Counter-Strike?
He's got good CS going right now. Wait, a different kind of CS. I mean, yeah,
Warcraft
the P90, it's like the mini Negev, and then the Tech 9 is like the mini M249. Like, they just, like way too much power, but only really when you face off against unarmored opponents.
So round number 4, I mean, you have your first buy round of the game as Gplay. What do you really say to yourself after getting just smashed in those first 3 rounds? I mean, they only have 1 kill on the board, and I think that was in the first round. So I mean, what do you do? As who was that? The 1 kill was for Bubbling, and I mean, what do? You just kind of sit back, you feel out the map. Public has already decided how the pace of this half is going to go. I mean, just with the play they've had so far, even on pistol round, stuffing that mid push, and now, like, Gplay, this is going to be a huge round, not only for their economy, but for their mentality as well, as Spy Leader getting that kill, coming into site, Unique getting another one, the exact round that Gplay needed, coming into bomb site A here, as they almost take that site, but the double touchdown, Downey downing 2, Dreamer answering back to make that a 3-on-2. Public is down a man here against Gplay. Gplay has taken A, they're going to plant the bomb, but Zita and Downey both getting kills there, and things go from bad to worse as Gplay has a great beginning part of that round, but it is quickly dismantled by the counter-terrorist retakers as Zita and Downey both combining for all of the CT kills that round and the defuse.
And it's reminding me a lot of a match we actually watched last night, in which the one team that was suffering, they continued to take the early round advantage, getting the frags, entering sites, but their mid game just fell apart. And then it ended up putting them in that 1v2, 2v3 situation where they were on the less advantageous side. They just kept getting overwhelmed. It was something that happens with a bunch of teams. It's like they get that site, but they don't necessarily execute quick enough. And, you know, that double nade obviously destroyed them. But yeah, Gplay was really looking to set the pace in that round, and they actually did a decent job despite the fact that they lost. Right now we're going to see a nade trade here. Spy Leader taking down Lincoln, Lincoln taking down Spy Leader, so I don't remember the last time I actually saw that happen. But the touchdown trade for both teams is going to make it a 4v4, all down to 20 HP over by the edge of Squeaky Door, just holding that tight corner there. And it does look like this may be an A play from Gplay. Definitely seem to favor that A site as bomb is there. Victor watching the flank right now as Dreamer pushes up into A main. NKL was over towards Squeaky, but seems to be falling back, and they may be changing their minds here. Now, this is something that I would like to see, is more emphasis on mid. Downey with the AWP and Z connector almost runs away, decides to re-peek. Now he decides to go B, so that's going to open up middle entirely if they decide to take it, but the execution does appear to be going towards B right now. They have 3 players there, Victor, NKL, and Bubble, and we'll see what they do here. Is Downey's in upper with an AWP and Experience holding the angle in sight with the M4, going to be very hard to get through that.
Downey's in upper. Ha! Wordplay. Holding from sight. Experience. Downey looking to defend here. Another good take from the Terror so far. Bubbling taking that first kill. But we'll see if they can hold onto this site, something they couldn't do before. Downey gets another one from heaven with the AWP, definitely having his presence felt so far in this half. Public's up 4 rounds, Gplay chomping at the bit for a round here. They have great takes, but bad holds so far as Downey just walks out and picks one up unhindered. So some undisciplined play there from the Terrors, not being able to trade, but Victor and Dreamer both trading kills there. And on heaven is Downey. He's going to have to get the 4K to end the round. Instead he charges pistol out Braveheart style and gets dropped right away, and Gplay is finally on the board.
And it was a little bit bizarre positioning there as both players were over towards checkerboard when he jumped in. It was a good thing he fell in the way that he did because, I mean, he jumped into 2 AKs. It's kind of hard to survive that. He might have been able to get 1, but to pick up 2 would have been pretty difficult. And so, I mean, it was a little unorthodox, but it played to their favor. So Gplay finally getting on the board here, and like I said, this map does seem to favor them, as statistically speaking, they've had very good luck on this map. Right now, it looks like they're going for a quick A play, and they might just catch these guys off guard over an A. They've already pushed to the Squeaky, though. That's all. One more, I couldn't see who it was. Zeit and All going to get frags, but All and Lincoln are down. Dreamer picking up 2. So that's going to open up the A bomb site. There's a man on truck. That's Zeit. Zeit pushes up to E-Box and takes out Dreamer. So now Spy Leader in sight with the bomb. Bubble in mid. It's a 2v3, and Zeit is pushed up close on the smoke. He's going to get spotted out. Not able to find the kill, though. Spy Leader finally takes him down. And now it's a 1v2. Spy Leader versus Experience, and Downey. Experience on 1 HP. Downey's going to have to come up big here. He's holding down truck. Spy Leader gets the first one, makes it a 1v1. Downey's going to find that frag. plenty of time for the defuse. No kit in hand, though, so we'll see if he's got this. That 10-second defuse on these shortened timers that we see in these match configs.
Got it. He's got it. He's a walk in the park, but Downey played that very well. For some reason, perhaps it was bad intel, but Spy Leader thought that Downey was already in sight, so he had an easy shot coming up from Highway or Catwalk there, just to look to the right, fire off a few shots there, get that nice little headshot by Forklift, and add another round to Publicler's overall 5-1 score now, going in round number 7. As we quickly take a look at the scoreboard here. Downey, 10-1. He's already in the double digits here, averaging more than 1 FPR with a score like that. And Dreamer at 5-5, top fragging for the T's. Early start in this round for the Gplay lineup right now, just kind of feeling their way towards B behind a smoke. They've already committed themselves fully to this. So Zita is playing from the vent. He's playing that very kind of bread and butter, I guess you would call that area for D-Cash in that vent, being able to watch mid and below you in B Hall. Unique, the first casualty of war so far this round is Victor, Bublin, and Spy Leader, all still looking to trounce on B here, but Experience and Downey have been able to hold well before, and they have Zita there in the vent for some quick defense, and there he is. Experience getting 1, getting 2, and Zita chimes in with another on the M4, and that's 3. Immediately dismantled. The last terrorist alive now is Dreamer, hanging around outside B. He gets 2 with the Glil. He's gonna pick up an M4 and keep charging his way towards B. A man on a mission here gets another. Oh lord, that's a hat trick for Dreamer. If he can ace clutch this, that might be our play of the day already this early in the first half of the first game. As he has a man in the back of Checker. That's Experience, who also has 3 kills this round. Dreamer gets the better of him. That's 4 on the round for him. He's going for the ace here. 1v5. Oh boy, Dreamer is dreaming right now because he's playing lights out. And it's all up to him to retake from B main. Dreamer's looking the other way. The dream is dead. As he goes down, the bomb will be defused. A huge effort from Dreamer, but not enough for Gplay to secure another round. Oh, that was 4 kills and looking strong, but was there with the clutch. And Publiclir, they're just winning rounds by the skin of their teeth if they're going to go that way.
You know, watching that round, the names couldn't have been perfect. Dreamer coming up with the 4K, going for the ace, and then coming on the flank. It was the perfect sound to emphasize what just happened. Dreamer looked poised to take that, and then it was just that moment as he came in on the flank, taking out Dreamer in sight. And it was a very good flank from him, very patient play coming around the backside of B. Totally catches him off guard, and that very well could have been Gplay's round there, and would have been a big one as the money on Publiclir wouldn't have been looking so great, losing so many rifles. They would have been, you know, you can see now with all the rebuys they've had to do, they would have been able to buy again, I think, but it would have been a light buy, and they already have a light enough buy. Zeit with the Scout, Downey with the FAMAS, so despite the fact that he's 10-2, already struggling with money because of the AWP buys. On the other side of the board, though, we got an AK, 3 Galils, and a Tech 9, Molly in hand, which makes me think they may be using that over towards B. I'm not really sure just yet, but typically when you see the Molly, it's a great play towards B. You toss it through the windows and Molly off the site.
Gplay right now, they've just got to get more mid control so they can dictate where the rest of the play goes in this round. So far, it's just been B stacks, and you have to rely on players like Dreamer to have massive rounds. And they haven't, not since the pistol round, have they really asserted themselves there. They lost that round, so perhaps they're thinking, hey, maybe that's not working for us. But on a map like Cash, it'll always work for you. And especially on these force buy rounds like this, you really have to play to the advantages of the map. Bubbling right there, linking it all getting killed. With another. The Scout from Truck. And the pistol to follow up leaves just Dreamer alive in a situation that is reminiscent of just the round before. He's got so many players left in front of him, and he's only got 4 HP to do it with as he walks out by Truck, and there's the jumping Scout from Zita to finish the round. Publiclir, 7-1 here, having a really great CT side on D-Cash.
Yeah, this is rough because I haven't really seen anything from Gplay other than just kind of like, let's take A or let's take B. You know, that mid presence is such a big part of this map. You want to get control of mid because that opens up Z connector and highway, opens up the vents, gives you a tremendous amount of flow on your map because you can dictate where you want to go based on what happens. So the CTs are left at a massive disadvantage if you get control of mid because it exposes all the weak points of the bomb sites. Instead, they're just kind of sitting back on mid, making sure that the CTs don't push. And when they do finally get a person in mid, it's late in the round, and they're not coming up with the frags that they need to get. You see they're going to boost NKL here, but Bubble already off the board for Gplay as Experience comes him down with that M4. Looks like they are going to try and push out into mid just a little bit here. Dreamer and NKL both boosted up. It is 5v4 with 1 minute and 5 seconds left. Flash is raining out in mid. So here comes their chance to try and get control, but they're going to smoke off across and go for vent control. So this is the first time I've really seen them do something like this in mid, but Victor gets tagged over by vents. Dreamer's going to take down Zeit. Experience with another one on B. That's Spy Leader off the board. NKL right on the other side of that smoke with the P250 takes down Lincoln. Going to pick up a rifle for his trouble, but Downey in upper gets 2. Victor and NKL, and now it's a 1v2. Dreamer again, the last man on the board, and a wonderful nade from Downey, picking up the 3K there. And that's now 8 rounds for Publiclir. You know, I've seen games that get this out of hand, but 8 rounds to 1 is a very strong CD side for this map.
And Dreamer's playing so good, too. I remember I was looking at the scoreboard, Producer Luke, if you could pop that up for a second. I was talking about how Downey's already in the double digits, and that was how many rounds ago. And now look at Dreamer. He's caught up on the G side. He's at 12 and 8. Just the rest of his team hasn't really been able to. You have a 1 and 8 Victor, and Unique's at 2 and 9. So right now, the difference between these two teams is Public has more production from their entire lineup. Overall, Victor starting off this round with a kill, adding to his score. Spy Leader getting another Zitta. Gets one with the AWP, and it's an A take for the Terrace here. They plant the bomb early, no stall this time, as it's now a 3v4 retake. Spy Leader gets one more. Oh, Spy Leader gets another. He's already at 3 kills on the round. He's going to hunt for the 4th. He gets it. That's a 4K for Spy Leader. A strong take from the Terrace. And like I was just saying, Buck, it's all about the production from your entire team, not just one man. And when you have players stepping up like Spy Leader along with Dreamer, then you're going to win a couple rounds here and there. But you still have to look at players like Victor and Bublin and players like that to get those entry kills. And that round Victor did as well. So just those little micro battles at the beginning of the round can really kind of have this long-lasting effect on the rest of it. And there you have it. Victor getting the entry kill, and Spy Leader stepping up as well, not leaving it up to Dreamer. And it's 8-2, still a salvageable half.
Yeah, and you can see that Publiclir is going to be on a bit of an eco here, picking up a scout. Downey with an off. So I guess his money was just looking pretty good. But we watched the game in our North American leg, and that was Aftershock, and they played with the sub. That was Fugly. And Fugly was playing lights out on one of the maps, but one player just wasn't enough, and it's exactly what's happening here. Dreamer definitely is going to need some help. Until last round, he was out-fragging the combined kills of his entire team. He had more. I mean, it was only 1 frag more, but still, he out-fragged 4 players combined. So right now, Spy Leader in that last round is going to make it a little more evened up, but still there's a big differential between the top fragger and the bottom fragger, and that's going to be a problem, especially when your top fragger goes down in the round like he did just now. Dreamer and NKL already off the board. 5v3. This op from Downey is doing decent damage. Zeit with the Galil that he found on that dead body. And oh my gosh, Victor dropping in from vent, not able to take down Experience, so now it's only down to 2 players. Nades and Flash is raining around, going to get 1. Spy Leader and Bublin picking up 2. Makes it a little more even, but now it's a 1v2, and Zeit with the Galil he found gets the 3K, a big round for him after finding that Galil. And an eco round that should have been Gplay's to take, thanks to the op from Downey and some nice pistol play from Zeit picking up the Galil. 9-2 now, Publiclir over Gplay.
It's never a fun day when you drop out of vents directly into the center of somebody's crosshair with a deagle, and unfortunate, but Gplay, they haven't been able to string together any sort of win streak here. They won round 5, they won round 10, and you know, at this rate they're going to win round 15, and it'll be 12-3. But really, it all comes down to having those big entry frags from your entire team. And look at Victor and Unique, 2 and 10 right now. And I keep bringing that up because it's so important on T side, those entry frags. And entry fragging isn't something you really do as a CT. I mean, unless you're counting retakes. So you really have to have a strong entry fragger on T side. And when you don't, your whole team suffers as a result. and you have to rely on players like SpyLeader and Dreamer to have massive 4K rounds like they've had already this game. But we are on round number 12, 60 seconds left in this round. Public is up by 7 rounds here, and the terrorists have not committed to a site just yet. Victor has the bomb on his back. He's with Dreamer. So they are pairing up and headed towards Squeaky at A. Bublin, SpyLeader, and Unique, all still hanging out, waiting for a mid-push here. And like flash, grenade, smoke comes out, and still no sound being made, but it's a perfect fake right now, as Public was just disjointed for a second there, thrown for a loop. They fell back for a second, but they immediately realized the other ways, get back to A, and immediately blow up all of the incoming Gplay terrorists. That was such a quick route there, Buck. It looked like they had the site dead to rights there on that fake, and then the CTs realized they over-rotated, and back they come, and they win the round.
And unfortunately, the team frag there, Dreamer taking out, I think it was Victor. And that's definitely one thing I want to point out, is that Victor is actually one of their best players. Statistically speaking, Victor, I think he sits on like 1.15 on HLTV as far as his rating is concerned. He's the best player when it comes down to raw numbers. So the fact that he's sitting at 2 and 11 right now, that's a big factor on the match. He's having a hard time finding the kills early on. Unique is going to get one, but traded out immediately are Bublin, Dreamer, and NKL. Victor gets into sight and takes out experience, but Downey from upper with the off is going to shut that out. So now it's on SpyLeader with a P250 trying to make his way into B. And he might be able to wrap around towards CT here and get a frag. Nope, all takes him down, so 11-2 now. Gplay at this point absolutely has to close out. You can't afford to give up any more rounds. If they lose the first half 13-2, that's devastating because of how much weight that puts on a team when it comes to pistol rounds and anti-ecos. You just know that it's just a matter of time before teams get that one round, get the other round, and then you're looking at game point.
This is only a P1 as well, so when they lose this, that's it, it's over. And to lose it in a fashion like this kind of really makes you go home sad and just kind of feel it the rest of the day. And nobody wants to end their day that way, but you know, that's Counter-Strike. It's an ego-driven game, and you go into games, you know, giving it your all, and then something like this happens, and now you know why teams disband all the time. I'm not saying the team will disband, but you know, you kind of get this heavy feeling. In Public right now, it's feeling so confident. They're running the double op setup against the 5 AKs of Gplay. So it's not a no-respecting thing, but right now Public really feels like they can play however they want. They're totally dictating this game as Lincoln gets the opening frag, defending for the CTs on site. Victor gets another, he gets a second, SpyLeader will find another. They will get the bomb plant out of this, so they will have that extra money going into the next round. Victor with a great play there to run right out A main, behind the smoke, through forklift to the back site, to just split that defense in half, and SpyLeader, who's been playing a strong half, gets his second kill in A main, and that leaves it all up to Downey here, who perhaps will be saving for the last round of this first half. And it looks like this isn't the last round, I'm an idiot. The second last round of the first half here, and he is going to be saving for it, so I'm not totally wrong, but they will have that op going into round number 15, and that could speak volumes to how they play the next round, given that they do have that extra, you know, scoped weapon in there. Lincoln could also buy one should he really want to. I think they'll run the 2-op setup again here, Bob.
I imagine they might, but what's surprising for me is, I don't know if you noticed that, there was a man back by Squeaky Door. You can actually wallbang through the concrete and steel wall that's between Squeaky
I'm wrong.
and
Just
A main.
the 1-op.
That was interesting. I saw NKL get dinked for like 8 damage through that wall, but still, nonetheless, something I wasn't aware of. He was getting a little bit confused even. But yeah, one of the big mistakes that round was NKL had a smoke that he was going to toss into a site, and it hit the top of the wall and didn't land in sight, so that's probably why they even lost as many players as they did. It looked like a solid execution outside of that. He makes up for it in this round, though, taking down Lincoln, who did drop SpyLeader. Makes it a 4v4 here. Minute and 15 seconds left on the clock. No real definitive execution yet coming out from Gplay. There is a man pushed up very aggressively on B. That is Zeit, who's already over towards Toxic Barrels with that M4. They got players sitting back, though. Bublin just waiting and T-spawn. He's got the bomb on his back. All takes out one before being traded out by
What
Unique.
a big push.
NKL
What a big
coming
push.
up with another trade, so now it's a 3v3. 50 seconds left, and still Gplay not really pushing towards any one direction. Bubble is going to be spotted out by Zeit if he's not careful. Zeit holding down that strong angle. He could come up big if he decides to peek. He's going to try and get the first one. Gets them both. Dreamer and Bubble off the board. Now it's on MKL. He's got 22 HP in a 1v3. He's going to peek mid and try and spot a player out. Not going to find much. 25 seconds left on the clock. He's got to make something happen here. Zeit's going to spot him out, but MKL gets the frag. 20 seconds left. Time is ticking away. Finally dropped by Experience, so 12-3 the score at half. An excellent CT side from Publiclir, and a bit of a disorganized one from Gplay.
And I think we're going to see a replay on that here as we go into our second half. And it just... shit happens, man. You play a half like that, and it really comes down to how you bounce back as a team. We'll see what Gplay has in store here going into the second half. So this is the first match of our two best of ones that we are doing this morning. Well, it's the morning here on the West Coast, the afternoon. Big shout out to any Canadians and all my European friends, especially those in the British Commonwealth. God save the Queen, as we roll into our second half of the first map here. Buck, any sort of plugs you want to get in while we wait?
I mean, I guess we could plug our giveaways. I was reading through chat, seeing what people were saying. We have a lot of giveaways going on right now. We actually just finished our GTX 960 giveaway, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be announced today. So that ended last night. It was a Facebook giveaway, so if you entered that giveaway by following us on Facebook and Cyberware, we will be announcing the winner of that today. We also have a sub giveaway right now. It's a minimal wear Karambit Blue Steel. That's going to be 200 subs by the end of the tournament. I believe we will be drafting that if we can hit that number. So that is a beautiful knife. I know that I've seen it, and it really does look pretty. And then the other skin we have given away right now is a minimal wear Cyrex. That's a Steam community group giveaway. So follow us on our Steam community group. That's /groups/GoRGNTV. And then the other one is /OPskins. But it does look like we are getting into the pistol round here in the second half. Gplay versus Publiclir. Gplay definitely needs to pick up this pistol round if they want to try and build any momentum on the CT side.
Spy Leader is going to be playing mid for the CTs. He won't have... It's just Lincoln on the lurk here at A, so he's going to have a quick rotate through vents once the T's decide to hit the site, and here they come right through Checker. Out comes Terrorist and right into sights, looking left and right here. They're going to counter boost into mid. This is the great strat here. All has to get this kill. He finds it, and that's 2 through the vents in mid right away. That's the bomb as well. So they've hemmed in all the CTs on the rotate towards B. Victor is lost in limbo here, having to rotate all the way through CT spawn. It's going to be up to Bublin and Unique here to get some big kills. Bublin finding one, and Unique trying to defend A from the truck. That will not be enough space for him to do that. He does pick up one, and now it's a 4v3 retake for the CTs. Victor 1 HP, Unique 7 HP. Oh, Lincoln gets one, Lincoln gets two from A main. He gets a third. This is a one-man effort right now. Downey is left in a 1v1 versus the 1 HP Victor as Victor moves into sight here, playing from forklift, pushing through front sight. Bomb ticking away. No kit in sight right now for the CTs. Is he going to tap the bomb? He's going to stick it. Victor does have a kit, but it matters not as Downey takes him down and ends that round. Gplay not getting that first round like they needed so badly. And he had the kit, but he just didn't have enough time. He only had 1 HP as well. So that was a great take from the Terrors. A great strat, too, to counter boost through the vent in Checker and rush right out mid.
That is why I love Counter-Strike. That was such a unique play, something I don't think I've seen in a long time. I haven't seen a team actually boost through the vents from the T side in forever. And I love seeing that kind of stuff. And you can see more unique plays here, some different boosts that you don't typically see teams bring out. Zeit's going to boost on red box and mid garage because there's commonly that push on mid, so he's just waiting for it. Meanwhile, Lincoln boosted over in mid right around white box. Victor is there as his Bubble and Z connector, and if Lincoln peeks, he could get his head cleaned off here by Victor, but he gets the frag, as does Zeit. That's Bubble off the board, and it's already 5v3. Dreamer and NKL in sight, so they'd be wise to try and take this over towards B, and it looks like that's what they're going to do. The one man over towards B is Spy Leader, and he's already rotated out towards Z connector, so he's going to gift them the B bomb site as 4 players have already rotated into that direction. And the third is soon to follow. That's all coming in from mid right now. So great play from Publiclir, reading Gplay's defense right now, knowing that there's 2 players over on B with the 3-man stack. They obviously can't hold off the other site evenly, so they're just walking into B, taking their sweet time here. Bomb plant is going to go down with about 35 seconds left in the round. And the retake here from Gplay, I'm not sure if we're going to see it, if they're going to try and save that scout, what they're going to do. They do have armor and a kit on NKL. Spy Leader with CZ scout armor. I mean, it's kind of, you know what you're facing against. I think they're going to go for the save.
See what Gplay's going to do. I mean, what after this round, it's 14-3. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to say, we're going all in. And Gplay hasn't really shown that they're willing to kind of... They haven't really shown that edge that we're used to seeing, man. They just kind of... It feels like they're playing lackluster today. That's the only way to say it, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, their execution has been sloppy. Their CT side has been a little bit sloppy as well. Obviously, we haven't really seen much from their CT side. They just switched over. But... I mean, they're falling for fakes. They're biting on rotates too easily. Publiclir is basically just toying with Gplay at this point. And I've seen Gplay mess up a couple smokes and flashes trying to execute, just clipping the edges of walls. It just seems like it's almost like they're coming into this game very cold, and Publiclir has been warming up all day. So, I mean, these teams are just playing on two different levels right now. Hopefully, Gplay can show something here. As if they don't, it's going to be 15-3 right now. They're executing a push on A main, and that's going to get them a gun as Spy Leader takes down all. Traded out immediately by Zeit, who was holding back in mid. Bomb's going to get spotted out. Lincoln taking down NKL. Dreamer in sight right now with the P250 trying to hold down Quad Box. 4 versus 3 right now. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the round, and it looks like the A execute is about to begin for Publiclir.
See if Dreamer can have a big hold from Quad Box. As I say that, he's immediately dispatched by Gplay. That was immediate headshot. That sucks for him. Bubbling trying to hold the truck with the scout, picks up 1. Going to be grenaded, but 12 HP to 11 HP. Oh, he's just dodging left and right here. Bo Jackson used grenades. That's a football reference or hand egg reference that'll probably go over much of the audience's heads as Downey gets another 2 kills there to end that round. And it's match point right now for Public if they're just running train here on Dcash.
Gplay is just really struggling to find any kind of rhythm here. I mean, obviously, 3 rounds, and they haven't won a round since... they won round 14, round 10, and round 5. So, I mean, they never really had a chance to build up any momentum. They only picked off individual rounds, and it almost always came down to a strong individual performance from one of their players. It's never been, you know, a strong team play from that round. It was just one player showing up big. We saw Dreamer almost picking up the ace in that one round, and that's pretty much been the epitome of this game, is these players have had to come up big round in and round out. And you can see Spy Leader and Dreamer 12 and 11 kills. Meanwhile, on the other side, Downey at 19, Zeit at 18, Lincoln at 15. I mean, the differential, the separation between the top fragger and the bottom fragger, it's 7 kills, but when you have over 12 on your bottom fragger, that's very good. So, Publiclir at this point, just outplaying Gplay. Just plain and simple. Gplay just was not prepared for what Publiclir is bringing to the table.
Spy Leader is going to have a big hold. We've seen flashes of brilliance from him a few rounds this game. He is currently the top fragger for the CTs at 12 and 15, and Lincoln walking into sight picks up 1, as right now the Gplay just seems to be playing like a team defeated here. But Spy Leader does trade back. However, all the action is coming towards here at B, as holding from headshot is Dreamer. He gets 2, spraying away, but he's taken down by Downey. And it's now a 2-on-2, as the terrorists have taken B. Downey dinked down to 2 HP. That's 98 points of damage right away. Spy Leader picks up 1. He's going to look for the 3rd here in sight, as Downey's at 2 HP. And yes, he does take him down. Spy Leader ending that round at 2 HP himself. And there is a round for Gplay, much needed. And that was Spy Leader, the top fragger, bringing up the slack there. He's at 15 and 50 now. He's batting 500, and the only CT to be doing so. He is currently the best player right now, I'd argue, for Gplay. But Downey at 20 and 5 right now for the T's. He's just been having a breeze this game. He's died 5 times in 20 rounds. That means he dies once every 4 rounds, according to my math. That's how easy of a game it's been for him.
I mean, a couple of those rounds, he was the last player left standing, and he decided to save. But he shouldn't be able to do that. They know that he's keeping that off. They need to be able to control the economy of the other team a little bit better, and they haven't. So Downey definitely doing very good right now. He's at that 4-to-1 KD ratio. That's very good. Not the kind of thing you expect to see here when these 2 caliber teams face off. Gplay does pick up a round, but it's in that matter of time category. Publiclir already at 15 rounds. you have to play lights out, and so far Gplay has not played lights out. Even that last round was close. It came down to a 2v1, and Spy Leader was dropped to 2 HP, so it almost went the way of Publiclir. And early in the round, Publiclir is going to start things out by taking out Spy Leader. Victor responds from Z Connector. Downey, though, pushing in towards A, taking out the other man holding down that site. That's NKL off the board, so the push is on right now. All 4 players over towards A. They have another man over on A. That is Bubble, so Bubble and Victor trying to do what they can here. The other man for the CT squad of Gplay, Dreamer, pushing up towards Z Connector, right? Bomb goes down, so the clock is ticking here for Gplay as they go to take this 3v4 retake. Victor's going to get taken out. Bubble off the board as well, and now it's all on Dreamer to prevent this game from ending here. He spots a man over towards Forklift. He tries to get the shot, not able to find it. He's got the Knight in hand, gets the first one, spotted out by Experience from A main. He is down to 15 HP, no kit in hand. He has to go for this, and he is going to get dropped. Downey takes him out. Publiclir over Gplay, 16-4.
And we have another match coming up. That's Planet Key Dynamics and Awake at the top of the hour there. And you can check out all the details in chat. This broadcast is brought to you by viewers like you who just spend that extra little money and subscribe to us. We appreciate all that. Even you guys tuning in